Are you ready to ace your next Oracle Place SQL interview? From tricky cursor behaviors to advanced exception handling, we've compiled the most critical questions asked by top tech companies. In this video, we will cover Place SQL interview questions and answers, Oracle Database Certification Practice Test. Master your Oracle Place SQL interview with these 30 expert-curated practice questions. In this video, we dive deep into 30 comprehensive Place SQL multiple-choice questions designed to test your knowledge of blocks, triggers, packages, and performance tuning. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more database career guides. Which of the following sections in a Place SQL block is mandatory? Option A, declare. Option B, begin and end. Option C, exception. Option D, only the declare section. The correct answer is B. A PL SQL block consists of 3 sections: declare, begin, and exception. However, only the executable section, enclosed by begin and end, is mandatory. The declare section is used for defining variables and the exception section is for handling errors, both of which are optional depending on the logic of the code. What is the primary difference between %type and %row type? Option A. %type is for records. %row type is for columns. Option B. %type is for variables. %row type is for tables. Option C. %type provides the data type of a column, while %row type provides the structure of an entire row. Option D. There is no difference between the two. The correct answer is C. %type is used to declare a variable that has the same data type as a table column or another variable. %row type is used to declare a record variable that represents a full row in a table or a view. Using these attributes ensures that your Place SQL code remains synchronized with the database schema, even if column definitions change. Which cursor attribute returns the number of rows fetched so far? Option A, %found. Option B, %not found. Option C, %isopen. Option D, %row count. The correct answer is D. The %row count attribute returns the number of rows affected by an insert, update, or delete statement, or the number of rows returned by a select into or fetch statement. For a cursor, it increments each time a row is fetched until the cursor is closed. What is the purpose of the pragma exception _init instruction? Option A. To initialize a variable in the exception section. Option B. To associate a user-defined exception name with a specific Oracle error number. Option C. To force a block to exit immediately. Option D. To log errors into a flat file. The correct answer is B. Pragma exception _init is a compile time instruction that tells the compiler to associate a named exception with a specific Oracle error (ORA) number. This allows you to write specific exception handlers for errors that do not have predefined names in Place SQL, such as ORA 02292, integrity constraint violation. Which statement regarding procedures and functions is true? Option A. A function must return a value, while a procedure does not have to. Option B. A procedure can be used in a SQL select statement. Option C. A function cannot have in parameters. Option D. Procedures cannot have out parameters. The correct answer is A. Functions are designed to return a single value to the caller and must contain a return statement. Procedures are designed to perform an action and do not return a value via a return statement, although they can return values via out or in-out parameters. Only functions, with certain restrictions, can be called directly from SQL select statements. Which type of trigger is fired for each row affected by an SQL statement? Option A. Statement level trigger. Option B. System trigger. Option C. Row level trigger. Option D. Instead of trigger. The correct answer is C. A row level trigger, defined using the for each row clause, fires once for every row that is affected by the triggering DML statement. In contrast, a statement-level trigger fires only once for the entire SQL statement, regardless of how many rows are affected. Which place SQL collection type can be used in both place SQL and as a column type in a database table? Option A. Associative array. Option B. Nested table. Option C. Index by table. Option D. Boolean array. The correct answer is B. Nested tables and Varrays can be stored in database columns. Associative arrays, formerly known as index by tables, exist only in place SQL memory and cannot be stored in the database. Nested tables are unbounded and initially dense but can become sparse if elements are deleted. What is the overloading feature in place SQL packages? Option A. Using the same name for different subprograms in the same package with different parameters. Option B. Executing a procedure more than 100 times. Option C. Defining a variable with multiple data types. Option D. Calling a package from another package. The correct answer is A. Overloading allows you to define multiple subprograms, functions or procedures, within the same package that have the same name but different formal parameter lists, different number, order, or data type family. This provides flexibility and makes the API easier to use. What is the benefit of using the bulk collect clause? Option A. It automatically commits the transaction. Option B. It reduces context switching between the place SQL engine and the SQL engine. Option C. It encrypts the data being fetched. Option D. It bypasses the buffer cache. The correct answer is B. Bulk collect is a performance optimization technique. Without it, fetching multiple rows in a loop causes a context switch for every row between the place SQL engine, which runs the loop, and the SQL engine, which fetches the data. Bulk collect fetches all rows in a single switch, significantly improving performance for large datasets. Which of the following is not a predefined place SQL exception? Option A. no_data_found. Option B. 2_many_ rows. Option C. invalid_cursor. Option D. table_not_found. The correct answer is D. no_data_found, 2_many_ rows, and invalid_cursor are standard predefined exceptions in Oracle. Table_not_found is not a predefined exception. The error table or view does not exist is associated with ORA 00942 and must be handled using Pragma exception underscore init if you wish to name it. What is the default parameter mode in a place SQL procedure? Option A, out. Option B, in out. Option C, in. Option D, ref. The correct answer is C. When you define a parameter without specifying a mode, place SQL defaults to in. An in parameter passes a value to the subprogram but cannot be changed within the subprogram. Out and in-out modes must be explicitly declared. Which part of a package contains the actual implementation of the code? Option A, package specification. Option B, package header. Option C, package body. Option D, package manifest. The correct answer is C. A package has two parts: the specification, spec, and the body. The spec acts as an interface, declaring public variables, types, and subprogram signatures. The body contains the actual code implementation for the subprograms declared in the spec and can also contain private declarations. What happens when you attempt to open a cursor that is already open? Option A, the cursor is reset to the first row. Option B, Oracle raises the cursor already open exception. Option C, the second call is ignored. Option D, the cursor is automatically closed and reopened. The correct answer is B. If you try to open an explicit cursor that is already open, Oracle will raise the ORA 06511 place SQL cursor already open error. You should always check if a cursor is open using the %ISAPEN attribute before attempting to open it. Which operator is used for assignment in place SQL? Option A, equals. Option B, equals. Option C, equals. Option D, equals greater than. The correct answer is C. In place SQL, the equals operator is used for assigning values to variables. The equals operator is used for comparison in conditional statements, like if or where clauses. The equals greater than operator is used for named notation in parameter passing. What is a mutating table error in a trigger? Option A, when a trigger tries to delete the table it is on. Option B, when a row-level trigger tries to query or modify the same table that is currently being updated by the statement. Option C, when two triggers fire at the same time. Option D, when a table has too many indexes. The correct answer is B. A mutating table error, ORA 04091, occurs when a row-level trigger tries to read or modify a table that is currently being modified by the DML statement that fired the trigger. This is to prevent inconsistent data views. It is usually solved by using statement-level triggers or compound triggers. How do you find the last index of an associative array named my_list? Option A, my_list count. Option B, my_list end. Option C, my_list last. Option D, my_list final. The correct answer is C. The last method returns the largest index value in a collection. For associative arrays indexed by string, it returns the last key in alphabetical order. Count returns the total number of elements, which might be different if the collection is sparse. What is the purpose of the out parameter in a procedure? Option A. To provide a value to the procedure. Option B. To allow the procedure to return a value to the calling environment. Option C. To terminate the procedure execution. Option D. To declare a global variable. The correct answer is B. An out parameter allows a procedure to pass data back to the caller. Unlike in parameters, out parameters act like uninitialized variables inside the procedure. Their value is assigned during the execution and seen by the caller after the procedure finishes successfully. Which keyword is used to manually trigger an exception in place SQL? Option A, throw. Option B, raise. Option C, signal. Option D, error. The correct answer is B. The raise statement is used to explicitly trigger a predefined or user-defined exception. Once a raise statement is executed, the normal execution of the block stops and control is transferred to the exception section. What does the nocopy hint do in a parameter declaration? Option A. It prevents the variable from being copied to the log. Option B. It suggests the compiler to pass the parameter by reference instead of by value. Option C. It makes the parameter read-only. Option D. It creates a temporary table for the parameter. The correct answer is B. By default, out and in-out parameters are passed by value, meaning a copy is made. For large collections, this is slow. The nocopy hint requests that the compiler pass the argument by reference, avoiding the overhead of copying. Note that if the procedure fails, the original variable might be partially modified. Which command is used to fetch multiple rows into a place SQL collection in one go? Option A, select into. Option B, fetch all. Option C, bulk collect into. Option D, insert all. The correct answer is C. The bulk collect into clause is used in select statements or fetch statements to retrieve multiple rows into a collection, like a nested table or Varray, at once. This minimizes context switching and is a best practice for high-performance database code. What is an anonymous block? Option A. A block with no name that is compiled every time it is executed. Option B. A block stored in the database as a procedure. Option C. A trigger that has no owner. Option D. A block that cannot contain variables. The correct answer is A. An anonymous block is a place SQL block that does not have a name and is not stored in the database schema. It is sent to the place SQL engine and compiled at runtime. They are typically used for testing or one-time scripts. What is a purity level in the context of place SQL functions called from SQL? Option A. The speed of the function. Option B. The degree to which a function does not modify database tables or package states. Option C. The complexity of the function code. Option D. The number of parameters a function has. The correct answer is B. Purity levels, like WNDS, writes no database state, define what a function is allowed to do when called from a SQL statement. For example, a function called in a select statement cannot perform DML operations on the database unless it's an autonomous transaction. What is a ref cursor? Option A. A cursor that refers to a file. Option B. A pointer to a result set on the database server. Option C. A cursor used only for DDL statements. Option D. A way to backup cursor data. The correct answer is B. A ref cursor. Reference cursor is a data type that points to a cursor's result set. Unlike an explicit cursor, a ref cursor can be passed as a parameter between subprograms and even between a place SQL block and a host environment like Java or C#. How do you declare a constant in place SQL? Option A. Variable underscore name constant data underscore type equals value. Option B. Fixed variable underscore name data underscore type equals value. Option C. Variable underscore name data underscore type static equals value. Option D. Declare constant underscore name equals value. The correct answer is A. To declare a constant, you must use the constant keyword. You must also initialize the constant at the time of declaration, and its value cannot be changed later in the program. What does Pragma autonomous underscore transaction do? Option A. It automatically commits every SQL statement. Option B. It allows a subprogram to execute a transaction independently of the main transaction. Option C. It speeds up the transaction by bypassing logs. Option D. It prevents other users from reading the table. The correct answer is B. An autonomous transaction is an independent transaction started by another transaction. The main transaction. It allows you to perform operations, like logging an error to a table, and commit or roll back those operations without affecting the state of the main transaction. Which loop is guaranteed to execute at least once in some languages, but in place SQL is controlled by a condition at the top? Option A. While loop. Option B. For loop. Option C. Basic loop. Option D. Cursor loop. The correct answer is A. In place SQL. A while loop checks the condition at the top. If the condition is false initially, the loop body never executes. A basic loop with an exit when at the bottom would be the equivalent of a do-while loop that executes at least once. Which command is used to execute a string as a SQL statement in place SQL? Option A. Run string. Option B. Execute immediate. Option C. Call SQL. Option D. Parse and execute. The correct answer is B. Execute immediate is the primary way to run dynamic SQL in place SQL. It allows you to build a SQL string at runtime, e.g., when the table name isn't known until execution, and execute it. It can also be used for DDL statements inside place SQL. What is the result of the exists n method on a collection? Option A. Returns the value at index n. Option B. Returns true if the nth element exists in the collection. Option C. Deletes the nth element. Option D. Initializes the nth element. The correct answer is B. The exists n method returns true if an element exists at the specified index n in a collection, and false otherwise. This is particularly useful for sparse collections where some indices might be empty. What is the formal parameter in a procedure? Option A. The value passed during the call. Option B. The variable declared in the procedure header. Option C. The return value of the procedure. Option D. A global variable used inside the procedure. The correct answer is B. Formal parameters are the names and types declared in the subprogram's header. Actual parameters are the variables or constants passed to the subprogram by the caller when the subprogram is invoked. What does SQL return? Option A. The error code. Option B. The error message associated with the current exception. Option C. The line number where the error occurred. Option D. The name of the procedure that failed. The correct answer is B. SQL is a built-in function that returns the error message associated with the most recent error. SQL Code is the companion function that returns the numeric error code. These are essential for logging and debugging in the exception section. That wraps up our top 30 PETA leaders SQL interview questions. We've covered everything from basic block structure to advanced concepts like autonomous transactions and bulk collections. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your fellow developers. For a full set of practice tests and detailed explanations, check out the comprehensive course link in the description below.